Shanti. Accumulate the power of thoughts and become an instrument for elevated service. Full stop in a second. At the end, there will be one question in your final paper. Put a full stop in a second. You will be given a number on the basis of this. If it takes longer than a second, you fail. There should be just the one Father and yourself. There should be no third person in between you. It should not be, I should do this. I should see this. Why does this happen? What happened? If you have such thoughts, you will not pass the final paper. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today is day 24. Accumulate the power of thoughts and become an instrument for elevated service. Today's topic: full stop in a second. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. Everybody is ready for final test? Yeah. Are you able to apply full stop? Or we say stop and it keeps moving, right? Thoughts keep continuing. So how many of you ready for final test? Preparing for final test, right? Acceptance, total acceptance and contentment. We can experiment on that. Everyone's part, it's all drama, is accurate, and even if we have to take care, but at least first we say is drama. Some drama we know is predestined, but some we can write, right? Whatever happened, we cannot do. But what we wanted to happen, we can still have elevated thoughts. Because we cannot just give up in the sense of first you have to accept, but also contentment, Sometimes there are situations, sometimes they appear to be situations because of my lack of contentment. If it's accurate, it's drama. And of course, as Mama had said, tolerance, power too much. It is two ways. If you have any questions or doubts, and you can remove, you can be far from that situation or person. But other is, I have to pass, why not let me pass this time? The same situation could always come anywhere, with any person. So maybe I have already passed 80%, right? 20 more is there. So why to begin again, right? If we have power to face, we use powers and continue, right? We don't have to waste time. Dari Janki always said, don't waste time, but don't escape also, right? So watch drama and continue. So I like acceptance and contentment. So, so what is the practice? Full stop in a second. At the end, there will be the question in your final paper. Put a full stop in a second. You will be given a number on the basis of this. Baba says it is taken longer than a second. You will, Baba says you fail. There should be just one Baba and me. Mhm. That's the best way to put full stop. Father and yourself. There should be no third person in between. Baba says it should not be the thoughts will come. I should do this. I should say this. Why does this happen? What happened? If you have such thoughts, you will not, Baba says, pass the final paper. But we all want to pass final paper, right? Mhm. So whole day, small test come. Small test come. Baba said could be very trivial situation, but we can make it big. Habit should be when it's big, make it small. So we should really enjoy, consider it as a game. Even when we play, we say, okay, let's do another round, right? So many times Baba do say, consider this, of course, a drama. It's like a game, drama and a game. So if you go deeper into depth of understanding, mm, drama. And drama has a deep connection with karmas, settling of karmas, lot of elements. So understanding of all those elements and the aspects is important. We should really go into depth of that. But in real practical life, just say drama and use full stop. Om Shanti. Hmm.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, Gayatri Band.
Um, well, I didn't get the Murli to get the context, but I think I know the context because the Murli engine, search engine was down. It keeps telling me it's not working. It's not in operation. But so many Murlis, Baba has talked about this. So I think I know the context, even from Sunday's Murli. He was telling us to do all these different things in order to clean up the soul. So before I go to, I would like you to share with us like three atmic, I call them atmic habits that I should really become good at to make me pass this exam, this test in a second. You mentioned two, but maybe you would think of more. I'll remind you of the two. But I wanted to ask you, you in the Hindi, when you were talking to the Hindi, you mentioned that you mentioned the mind and the intellect. We should have this controlling the mind, intellect, and sanskaras. But when Baba says that there is an eternal self, there is an original self, is he saying that, well, I know he's saying this, that deep in the subconscious of the soul lives your part, which is original and which is eternal. Now, he told us that, and that's an absolute truth, that within everyone is that Satopradhan self, that eternal and that original. Then he says your sanskaras are living in those eternal and original states of being. And then you have your acquired sanskaras that came from body consciousness. So when I practice soul consciousness, Videhi, the incorporeal stage, I'm actually reaffirming faith in this eternal and original states of the soul. And so in preparing myself for this 1 second, is it that when I read the Mohini Didi was saying, when you listen to the Murli, you should listen to the Murli in such a way that you remember every single word, especially if you're taking notes.
Mm.
You're remembering exactly how Baba told it to you. And so my question is it that Baba is telling us knowledge so that the mind and the intellect can synchronize itself with this original and eternal state of being? Because if I think the way Baba is teaching me to think in the Murli, then my original and eternal sanskars will emerge, and they will be in harmony with my thought, with my mind and my intellect, because my mind and my intellect are in alignment with Baba's Murlis, what he's telling me to be truth. So is that a practice of soul consciousness that could give us the stability to have what you're calling contentment and acceptance?
I think that the way I will practice is that whatever one is what is emerging and something what is merged in me. Let's say, as I believe that I as a soul, my eternal qualities are these 7 qualities. And I find that the sanskar, which have been acquired, acting in a different way, let's say getting disturbed or getting upset or tension, that is the time I get a chance that I make effort to think about my eternal qualities. So I am like cultivating now. It is there, but I have to cultivate them again because there are already a lot of acquired sanskars of body consciousness. And soul consciousness is very much is the practice to emerge our innate qualities, right? So this will continue, but as much I understand, let's say when I say that purity or peace is my innate quality. But whenever, whether often or once in a while, I find my mind is disturbed. So that is acquired sanskar emerging. So immediately I should try to emerge or practice or bring the thoughts that I am a peaceful soul. I am a peaceful soul. Baba is ocean of peace. And what you now this is becoming your sanskar now. Even eternal self is there, but acquired sanskars is lot, no, in the sense of for two births. Now at confluence age, I have to keep emerging, cultivating or creating through the practice my eternal qualities. And then these eternal qualities become not only my powers, but also my future deity sanskars, you know. It's very interesting way to kind of keep using, emerging through your thoughts,
Mm.
the awareness of my eternal self. Because that's the effort, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is what is soul consciousness. And then the body consciousness sanskars keep replaced, no kind of soul soul conscious sanskars are created and then acquired sanskars disappear.
Mm. But sometimes we miss the point that the intellect and the mind will only be able to emerge those original and eternal sanskaras if my mind and intellect are connected to the truth of what Baba is telling me. If I connect my mind and intellect to anything else outside of what he's saying to me in the Murli, then I am emerging my acquired sanskaras. I'm following some kind of parmat or manmat. But the easiest way, you know, being soul conscious, you also have to find the easiest way to accomplish a lot in a very short time. That's what I like. Soul consciousness, the practice of soul consciousness is a shortcut. So the shortcut is when your mind and intellect are in alignment with the Murli, for instance, and you're doing exactly what he's saying, or you're making the effort to do exactly what Baba is saying, then it kind of cuts through those acquired sanskaras and it lands onto those original and eternal sanskaras, and they start working for you. Not only do they emerge, but they emerge in such a way that they say, I'm at your service, tell me what you want, and even they don't even ask what you want, but they just make it happen in a very beautiful way. But sometimes we think we have to fix things. We think we have to go through the darkness. We think we have to experience the sorrow. And we call all of that experience. We have to do all of this in order to get to those original sanskars. But that's not the right method, is it?
Yeah, the way you said it, that it is through the Murli and versions of Baba, and but you know, this connecting, emerging every time, emerging in intellect, the points of knowledge, what Baba says, definitely help us to emerge our, you know, sanskars, originals, emerge our original self, in other words. So that is the best way. But also another practice, as I said, also connecting awareness with the thoughts. Awareness, then I think that way. And when I think, what I am emerging is my eternal self. You know? So one is definitely following, understanding, using knowledge, as Didi said, every moment. And I think that maybe Dadi's, their way was just through Murli, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Murli was everything for them. So all Baba's children really should pay more attention to listening Murli, revising Murli, talking about Murli, spiritual chat on Murli, you know. All that is very much required. You know.
Mm-hmm. So that's my effort right now, is not to think that it's as though not to think out of the Murli then, not to keep my thoughts and intellect grounded in the Murli when I'm thinking and checking. Am I thinking according to what Baba has told me about this, or am I thinking according to what somebody else told me about it?
Mhm. Yeah.
And I find it's easier for me to then feel that divinity inside of me. It's like cultivating that culture of divinity when I stay within the frame of the Murli and not come out of it and think about other things.
So
And
very, very, very good effort. Very good, yeah,
yeah,
practice.
it was even like today, I'm walking, I always get unusual things because I live in an unusual place. So I'm walking to the train station and suddenly someone opened his car and fell right out the car and fell flat on the sidewalk and really hit his head. Did everyone walking that sidewalk look at him and just walked away? So I slowed down and I'm looking at him and I said, I need to do something. It's either I call 911 or I need to do something. But I wasn't certain what I should do. And then, of course, I said to Baba, Baba, what should I do? And the thought is keep walking. And when I walked into two police people, a man and a woman. They were police, and they were standing there just by the train. And then I said to them, I said, "There's a man. He just fell, and you need to go and help him." And so they went across and they then helped him. So I said, sometimes this thing about putting the full stop is that once you remember Baba, there's a solution.
Mm.
There
Right,
is a solution that comes immediately.
right answer. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. So these habits that we should inculcate in order to pass this final exam, this final test. So one, you said, make something big into something small. I call them atmic habits, habits of the soul. No matter how big it is, make it small. So that's one habit, and you told us how to do that. Second habit is bring all the details into a full stop, the drama. That's another way of doing it. Are there other ways that we could put a full stop? Practicing for this one moment in which we just have a second. If we take longer than a second, we fail. Would it be also, I was thinking, let me help you because I was also thinking as you were talking. When I'm talking to someone, I should just focus on them as a soul. Just look at them as a soul. Don't look at anything else that is going on. Would that help me? And as I look at them as a soul, I'm not asking why, what, when, where, what they did, how they didn't do it, where they did it, and all of that. Would that be another atmic habit?
Yes. Mhm. Yeah, because Dari Janki gives example, if there is a fire, you don't inquire at that time, how did it happen? But you try to extinguish that fire, no? That's what fire people do. So in the sense there is a situation and we want to explore it, go deeper into that. First we have to accept, okay, useful stop, and then find, as you said, the answer will come, solution will come.
Mm.
Because if you immediately not useful stop, then you will not move forward in a proper way. You are still entangled kind of into that. But if you use full stop, then lightness comes, clarity comes, Baba's remembrance, then definitely you get the right solution. I think that's the habit we all should create. Is very important.
Mm. And any other habit? Finding solution.
Mhm.
The other one I heard you said, and I think it's also something that we don't do very well, and that is how to be merge, how to be lovely, and how to be merged in Baba's love. Because I think that is what is going to be the final moment. That it's not an abstract point of light I'm remembering, but I'm merging in the love of God to such an extent that nothing else is remembered but this beautiful love that exists between the soul and the Supreme Soul. Do you feel that that would be the final moment? And if I have attachments to anything else or anyone else, it will pull me away from that love. Is it love that it's the final feeling in the soul that makes it pass that test? Because I don't think it's peace. I think we go into peace. When we go home, it is peace that we go into. But I think the final feeling, the final pure feeling would be that love for Baba. And do you think that will be, that brings us back to the full soul consciousness, the complete and perfect stage, and I leave with him?
I think when you are saying it, I'm thinking of few days of Dadi Gulzar. In the end, that whatever people were doing, whatever the body was going through, but she was so much merged in Baba's love that she was accepting everything is happening. Because I went to see her and I still remember that she was so much merged in Baba's love, that external situations and whatever we all were going through was our own stages. But for her, I think she was merged in Baba's love.
Yeah. And I mean, I think all the daddies had that final moment in which it was total merging in Baba's love. Now, for Brother Bridgemohan, who is in a state similar to them, and he's sending messages every single day. Today, his message was similar to the point. Now the time is near when rehearsals will turn into reality. We must remain alert. This is the final turn of time. So maybe my final thought here is, how do we make sure that we do not think, feel, or do anything that would disrupt the love between me and Baba? What attention, what must I pay attention to? So even though I have to mix with people like you, or maybe I'm asking you the question, you're mixing with a lot of people, you have to do a lot of phone calls, you have to talk, solve a lot of problems. But what is the effort you make that nothing will disrupt? Nothing can enter you to disrupt this love between you and Baba.
I think all the children, all the souls are Baba's children. And Baba is the one who takes care or help us in all our accounts, karmic accounts, and our part. So for me, I will, just go to Baba. Even today, like since few days, I was telling Bhumi I had been giving lot of sakash to Bridgman Bhai that he just come out and start walking, start eating. And then I realized that, yes, I am doing for the soul, but it has to go through Baba. So I keep remembering Baba and saying that, whatever light and might Baba wants to share with the soul. So it's definitely through Baba. Everything is Baba. So intellect keep pulling towards Baba in a very natural way. And that we should internally notice wherever the intellect goes, and try to find out that how we can change it, why it is being pulled in a particular situation, or is it the sanskars, or it is no. So pay attention and just have, you know, intellect should within a second go to Baba. Or as you say, more and more remain merged in Baba's love.
I think that's the key. The more we stay in his love, it's the more we will remember him without any problems.
So Brother Brinburn sends message every day.
Yeah, you don't get them?
I don't know from where they. Huh?
Ashaben sends it and Anand sends it. I get it twice. I get it from Ashaben and I get it from Anand.
Mm.
So I could forward it to Bhumi if she doesn't get it, or I could ask Anand to put it on his list and she could get it as well.
Okay.
They're very short and very.
Yeah. They are saying they get every day.
Oh, okay.
That's good. Yeah. Okay. Gayatri,
Thank you.
talk
Thank you,
to you.
Didi.
Om Shanti.